Hey everyone. All right, so for those of you who've been up on our holiday videos, you know that Nala has been in fierce anti-version of participating in holiday decorations, and today she's decided she wants to be a part of our weekly video. So we'll see how long she decides to participate. All right, so this will be potentially the last video for 2022, but I thought that I would add one more before Christmas. Thank you for participating, you Grinchy dog. And I thought that we would talk about being present today. And being present is something that we talk about a lot here at Oxygen, but it's a hard practice to actually be involved in, right? Especially if being present isn't something that we have definition to. So what is the actual definition of being present? So being present by definition, to know what you need to know in the moment and to allow that moment to change you. She didn't last very long. So we talk about this a lot when it comes to being in a meeting or dealing with other employees, dealing with prospects. Do we have prejudgment as to what we need out of the situation, or are we actually listening to what somebody says? That's hard, right? To know what you need to know in the moment and then to allow the moment to change you. A lot of times I'm asked how I prep for meetings. To be fair, I don't really prep for meetings a lot. I do some minimal prep, but not a ton, because I want to do my discovery within a meeting. Now, for those of you who are newer to your role, newer to management, newer to sales as a whole, I will caution you, I was not always like that, but there is such a thing as over-preparedness, right? We talk about that through your assessments, and if you have a tendency to be an over-prepared, that's something different, okay? Let's talk about where we're at in the calendar year. To be present by definition is to know what you need to know in the moment and to allow the moment to change you. Maybe write that down before you all get around your families in the next couple of days. Are you present in the moment when your house is full of people that we're obligated to spend time with and maybe we don't necessarily want to? Are you preoccupied with your cell phone? This is always a big one, right? Our cell phone automatically gives us an opportunity to not be present. So here's the next piece. Light always trumps dark. Yesterday, ironically, was the shortest day of the year. So it's already getting brighter as of today. I heard this morning and I thought, wow, that's actually pretty awesome. It's great perspective. So if we are present at work, at home, in-laws, lots of kids, maybe too many of any one thing, we can do so being present, knowing what you need to know in the moment by definition, that it's already brighter. There's already more minutes of sunshine. If you knew what it was doing in Ohio right now outside my door, maybe you can even hear the wind. It's already brighter in the moment. Let's be real, in business, some of us could be looking at our year-end numbers and it's maybe a little shaky. We could be trying to decide what we're going to do to pare down our business in 23 or ramp up our business and how that plan is going to look, right? There's always a perspective that could be dark, but actually it's already brighter. Yesterday it happened. We're already on the lighter side. This snowstorm that hit in Ohio was actually a great time for me. It was great timing. It's a great reminder for me to just slow down. If you follow me in multiple channels, you'll know that this isn't really a fun time of year for me. I don't enjoy it. I needed the reminder to slow down And that really probably was a hard cry from my floors because they needed to be cleaned. However, I needed a reminder to enjoy Nala and have a good time about Santa hats and Grinch outfits, and to really get to enjoy some of the gifts that I've bought. It's to do exactly what I remind all of you to do all the time, to just breathe it in, right? Be my own best student and breathe in what's going on. I have to remember to breathe it in even when it hurts. I pass on my dad's advice all the time. Life's about experiences, the good ones and the bad ones. You have to experience them all in a certain order, even if you don't understand why at the time. If I ever elaborate on that a little bit deeper, and you've heard me say that, you hear me say, if you don't take that experience for what it is, maybe it's too painful, you just simply miss it, you think you're too busy, whatever that reason is for you. Whatever you're intended to learn from an experience that you skip, it will come back around. And I think when my dad was originally giving me this advice, it was because I had to get comfortable with the fact that I was becoming a workaholic, right? I didn't understand why bad things kept happening. And he finally said to me, you have to experience this. You have to get comfortable with this. It's why hearing things like the light trumps the dark resonates so hard with me at this point, that allowing a moment to change you isn't bad, right? That presence piece. It's that taking an experience for what it is, good or bad, it's what you make of it. And this isn't about just the holidays. It's about a bad sales call or a bad employee interaction, a bad acquisition, right? And you think it's what you got to have in the new year to make your business go great, and it goes south right before the end. Or maybe you're looking at buying a new house and the deal falls through. Whatever that is, the situation is what you make of it. It's so hard, right? This is the work that it's the extra piece. This is what they don't teach you in business school, or they don't teach you in high school. This isn't the stuff that they teach you, and that's the sad part. Can you know what you need to know in the moment and allow a moment to change you? The coaches here at Oxygen, I can't say it any other more simple way than to hope that you have tons of opportunities over this holiday to breathe life in exponential ways, more than ever, because we wish it to you all the time. And I thank you all for being a part of this community. Oxygen is not what it is without all of you being present and a part of it and active in it. And I just am so humbled and excited that you take the time to be a part of us. So happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and look forward to seeing all of you next week.